It's time for GMA3. New video of Tony Romo's arrest.
Did I pass this test?
You turn around?
No, I didn't.
For suspicion of driving under the influence.
Better exercise.
Go.
And what police say they found in his vehicle. Excelling at connection, the growing trend of using a spreadsheet to find your soulmate. But can you analyze your way out of genuine connection? And it's a brand new day.
Spider-Man is in the direct vicinity.
Oh yeah? No way, that's crazy.
Spider-Man star Jacob Batalon is here.
I'm not one of those weirdos, I swear.
He's telling us all about the highly anticipated new movie, right before it swings into theaters. It's time for GMA3.
Ooh, so exciting. Tomorrow's the big day for Spider-Man. We've got our tickets. Hello there, I'm Stephanie Ramos.
So excited for Spider-Man, and I'm Morgan Norwood here with Dr. Tara Narula. We're so glad that you can join us on this Thursday, aka Baby Friday. Baby Friday.
Exactly. Tori Johnson is also here with deals and steals for when you're on the go this summer, with prices starting at just $10.
And just ahead, I'm going to break down what the key findings mean in a new report from the CDC on the rise in high blood pressure in pregnant women. But first, we begin with the newly released body camera footage of the arrest of former Dallas Cowboys quarterback Tony Romo. Chief Investigative Correspondent Aaron Katersky is here with the latest. Aaron.
Hey, Doc, this video is no highlight reel for the former NFL quarterback. You're about to see Tony Romo stopped on a Wisconsin highway, then arrested on suspicion of driving while intoxicated. And now we're learning what police said they found in his vehicle.
Where are you coming from?
The golf course. And I'm going to meet Grandma and Grandpa.
Body camera footage from the Milwaukee County Sheriff's deputy who stopped former Dallas Cowboys quarterback turned television analyst Tony Romo for driving in a breakdown lane.
You're saying I went over the white line.
Calm and courteous, Romo claiming he consumed no alcohol.
How many drinks have you had?
Zero.
But one of the citations issued to Romo, obtained by ABC News, said a search turned up an open bottle of an alcoholic beverage on the passenger side of Romo's vehicle.
I'm going to run you through some fields.
What's that mean?
Field sobriety tests. Are you willing to take any field sobriety tests?
At that point, Romo asked for a lawyer.
I'm still allowed to call my lawyer, right?
You're not.
I'm not allowed
Nope,
to.
step out of the vehicle.
At the station house, the deputy informed him why he's there.
The red glassy eyes, and then the odor of an intoxicating alcoholic beverage from your breath.
She also said a search of his backpack turned up small bottles of booze.
Okay. So based off of that, I'm going to run you through some fields.
Yeah.
SFSTs.
Let's do it. I'm good.
Before performing the tests, Romo limbered up.
Can I do an exercise?
Go ahead, dude.
When the deputy asked whether Romo ever suffered a concussion, the former quarterback, who was sacked nearly 250 times during his 13 seasons with the Cowboys, seemed amused.
Any head injuries recently? Any concussions?
Over the years, yes, but not recently. No.
Ultimately, the deputy decided Romo failed the field sobriety test, and he declined a breath test.
Oh, no, we're not doing that.
Romo was placed under arrest.
Did I pass this test?
You turn around.
No, I didn't. Can I use my phone real quick?
With Romo in handcuffs, another deputy appeared to recognize him.
And I understand who you are. We'll get you through this, okay?
Romo is not formally charged with a crime, but he is due in a Wisconsin court toward the end of September. No comment from his lawyer. And we didn't hear anything from CBS Sports, where Romo's part of the #1 football broadcast team on the network. We'll see what happens once football season starts.
Yeah, we will see. All right, thanks for staying on top of that for us, Aaron. Now to a GMA health alert. A new report from the CDC finds that the number of pregnant women with high blood pressure has risen by 73% since 2016. And Dr. Narula, of course, you're here. That increase is so alarming.
It is. So gestational hypertension, which is what we're talking about, is blood pressure that's greater than 140/90 that develops after 20 weeks of pregnancy without protein in the urine or organ damage. Now, this CDC report looked at trends between 2016 and 2024, and they found that in 2016 it was about 6% of women that had gestational hypertension. That went up to 10.4% in 2024. Stephanie, they saw increases across all ages, all races, all states, all body weights. Women at highest risk seem to be women over 40, those with multiple or twin births, and those who had higher pre-pregnancy weights. Now, this is important because hypertensive disorders of pregnancy, of which gestational hypertension is one of those, is a leading cause of maternal morbidity and mortality and affects the baby. It increases the risk of stillbirths, neonatal deaths, low birth weight, preterm birth, and a lot of other potential complications down the road for the mom.
Yeah, pretty dangerous.
So many risks to think about, and I was just looking at the numbers. I mean, they certainly are staggering for a woman who is pregnant.
What should she know? What are the signs to look out for? And when should you talk to a doctor?
Well, Morgan, women should really be thinking about this before they get pregnant, right? That's a window of opportunity to get things like blood pressure and weight and exercise and diet all in checks to reduce your risk of ever developing gestational hypertension. Once you're pregnant, you want to have your blood pressure checked at your prenatal visits and followed closely. You should know how to check your blood pressure at home in an accurate way. If your blood pressure ends up being greater than 160 over 110, or you have symptoms like shortness of breath, headache, abdominal pain, vision changes, that's a sign that you really need to seek more emergent care. A lot of women with gestational hypertension can be managed nicely and easily as an outpatient if they're followed closely, but important to remember that that postpartum after delivery period is really an important time too. Those first 3 to 10 days we see a rise in blood pressure, and that's a very risky time for women who had these hypertensive disorders. They should be checking their blood pressure regularly. And then what a lot of women don't get told is that if you've had these disorders, it does put you at increased risk of hypertension in the future and increased risk of cardiovascular disease. So really great to get plugged in with a cardiologist or your primary care to get screened, look at your risk factors. Also puts you at risk of future gestational hypertension and future pregnancies that you may have. And this is something really interesting. Research is showing that children, offspring of women who had these, may also be at increased risk of cardiovascular disease and hypertension. So there is this intergenerational effect.
Wow.
Kids may want to get screened earlier for some of these risk factors. Yes.
Wow. Very
so much to think about. We thank you so much for weighing in on this. We turn now to the Powerball jackpot climbing even higher. No winner overnight because we are all sitting on this couch and we're learning more about that $800 million Mega Millions winning ticket. Steph, you've got more. We still have a chance, my friend.
Absolutely. You got to be in it to win it. The Powerball jackpot climbing to $707 million after no one matched the winning numbers. Last night's drawing was the 38th straight one without a big winner, dating back to early May. The next drawing is this Saturday, and if you do manage to win and don't want to wait 30 years to collect all of the money, the cash option is $309 million. This Powerball drawing comes right after someone in Bradenton, Florida, won $800 million Mega Millions earlier this week. And we may never know who bought that ticket, and that's all right, because Florida allows lottery winners to remain anonymous if they claim the prize within 90 days. So if you aren't the one clutching that winning Mega Millions ticket in your hands right now, there's always the Powerball to fall back on, so you still have a chance.
We still have a chance.
Go
we
get
can
your
do
ticket.
this. We're going to go get our tickets.
Yes, if you're here in New York, go to your local bodega.
All right, well, coming up here on GMA3, Glenn Powell is suited up and heading back to the gridiron. That and much more headlines in pop news. Stay with us.
Back now with Pop News and Hannah Batalon.
Great to be here with you guys. Well, we begin this afternoon with our friendly neighborhood Spider-Man swinging across the pond for the London premiere of Spider-Man Brand New Day. The stars were joined by Florence Pugh and Marissa Tomei to celebrate, and we know what another premiere means. Another incredible look from Zendaya, who has put on a red carpet masterclass during this entire press tour. Her stunning champagne look from Tamara Ralph Couture was right on theme with those beautiful crystal straps, looking like a spider web. And here's a detail that you might have missed. I certainly did the first time I looked. A jeweled spider on the back of her dress. Yeah, La Roche posting a close-up on his Instagram. Look at this. It's perfect. And it matches Tom's spider on his tie, even cooler. Zendaya took a moment to tell NTV UK what it means to work with her husband, who she describes as her best friend.
Being able to do these films with him is a privilege, and I love to be able to grow together and watch him. I mean, he's the best.
Aww. You can see them on the big screen when Spider-Man Brand New Day hits theaters everywhere tomorrow. This has been the most fun press tour to watch.
Yes, she never misses.
No.
Never. Always on theme.
So good.
Everything.
Every look has been perfect.
Couldn't agree more. Okay, now let's return to the gridiron because Chad Powers is suited up and ready for action. The Hulu popular series releasing the first look of the images from season 2. The show's star Glenn Powell telling Entertainment Weekly that season 2 is all about feeling the authentic stakes of pulling off this lie in front of the world with the engine of a thriller mixed with a comedy and laced with his character's desire for a second chance. We can't wait to watch it all go down, but we will have to wait a little while because season 2 returns to Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus on Thursday, September 3rd. So we got a little while on that one. Yes, a little bit of time. And finally, we have Ben Affleck's millionaire moment. The Oscar winner teamed up with champion Jamie Ding to compete on Who Wants to Be a Millionaire. And they made it all the way to the $1 million question in the annual Thanksgiving tradition. This is their question. Okay. All but which of these have been names of the turkeys pardoned by a U.S. president? Take a look.
That's a tough one.
D, spaghetti and meatball. Final answer.
I have such a stomachache right now. Computer, please reveal the correct answer.
I aged a few years.
Like sitting on the edge of my seat here.
Wow. And even better, not only did they take home the $1 million, all of that money is going to support the charity Eastern Congo Initiative. And you can stream their winning run with the first 2 episodes of the show right here on Hulu and Hulu on Disney Plus. And new episodes of Who Wants to Be a Millionaire air every Wednesday at 8 p.m. Eastern right here on ABC. Would you guys have gotten that one right?
No, no way.
That was a tough one.
It was hard.
I originally was going mac and cheese, but then I was like, okay, that makes sense.
Right. I changed my mind at least 4 times during their wait alone.
Well, it was at my house, so we watched him. Yes, we love him. Thank you so much. That was awesome to watch. Coming up, Tori Johnson is here with great deals and steals for you when you're on the go.
Back now with deals and steals, and we are already digging in here.
Yes.
Tori Johnson is here with great gear for when you're on the go all summer long, at least 50% off. So let's get going.
You were saying this is a favorite of your crew.
Yes, they love these in the field.
No lunch break, they're on the field, but they, sometimes like you don't want to grab for the donut. Instead, you grab for the protein. And we're laughing because the box says all stick without the ick, but that's the truth. Because you're talking about 10 to 12 grams of protein, depending on the type that you choose. 0 grams of sugar, so it's a really good source of protein, especially for people who, if you're trying to increase protein or you're trying to avoid grabbing some kind of sugary snack, to be able to just grab this as a snack, right? Oh, you're going to do the honest?
80 calories.
And good on calories as well, and you know what? 50% off. Makes those numbers even better.
Right? Field crews, I get it.
Yeah, I know. The crew here is waiting for us to be done with this segment because they're ready to dive in.
They're raving about it.
Okay, Limitless. This is really smart to also have when you're on the go. If your battery of your car dies, this is going to jumpstart your car, and then it can also be used. Yep. It's going to add this right there. These 2 pieces going to jumpstart your car. This little teeny thing has all that power. It also has a flashlight built in. There's even a kind of an SOS mode to this if you need emergency assistance on the road. And you can charge your devices if necessary. If you're out of juice and stranded, this is 50% off.
You just throw it in the car and you just keep it there.
You got it.
Does it have instructions for how to jumpstart your car? For those of us who don't know.
Right? But even if you had it, someone could help you.
There you go.
If you had it. And similarly, the same applies if your tire goes flat. So typically, you are either looking for a gas station with a working pump, then you got to dig for quarters under the seat, or you could just have one of these with you. It's going to help to inflate those tires. And then that mini is really great.
So cute.
Sal calls that his backyard hero because he uses it for the balls that all the kids play with. It's really great also for coaches, athletes, cyclists, because great to have for your bicycle tires and super small and compact to carry. 50 off, and on this one, free shipping.
I love it.
Well,
these would be really good gifts.
Yes, they are.
That is a gift.
Aerothonic. Really great shoes that have lots of benefits built into them. So we're talking about, if you look in the front at the flip-flops, they've got padded toe posts because that's often where it rubs and it's like super uncomfortable. Exactly. Not with these. Deep heel cups. Great arch support for stability. You see, like the shoe is flat, but the inside of this is not. Really good arch support built in. Everything from Aerothonic, even more than this enormous display, is half price.
We love that.
Really? Yes.
Great. So many good colors too.
You know what else we love? Sun protection. Look how cute. This is all Solbari. We've got really great hats. It's all from Australia. Every single one of these has UPF 50 sun protection. It's rigorously tested. You guys look good. Not only do we have the sun protection for your head,
go on.
but we also We also have gloves and sleeves for both men and women. So if you spend a lot of time in the car, you can protect your hands in the sun. The sleeves are really smart. Lots of different shirt options for women. It is all a light, breathable, airy material. So no matter the climate, you are covered with these.
Love this.
Sun
I feel like I need to go on a
protection,
safari.
50% off. You could go on a safari. You could go to the beach. You could go to the backyard.
Yes,
It's a
versatile
just do it
hack.
with
We just have to
coverage.
have sun protection.
You got it. And then for a little extra protection on the go, this little bag charm just looks
So
cute.
cute. I love
But
it.
if necessary, you could push these buttons to sound 125
that's great.
decibel alarm. Great for everyone from college kids to grandmas. We're not going to sound it on TV though.
Oh, you know I was tempted.
Don't want to alarm anyone. And then we've got their new cane all blinged out with the button right there that we're also not going to press.
yeah.
But if necessary, Brad said if someone, messes with you, you push that button and be like, I'm done with that.
Don't hit them with it.
50% off. Do not hit them.
Just press the button.
Yeah, watch the bling.
All right. Thank you, Tori. Of course, we partner with all these great companies on these products. You can get them right now at GMAdeals.com. We'll be right back. Now can I press the button?
Yeah. My husband could have used this. Welcome back to GMA3. Let's get to James Longman with the latest headlines that you need to know.
Thanks, guys. Here's what you need to know. There is an urgent search as flooding turns deadly in the northeast. Officials say the body of a 10-year-old boy who went missing in New Jersey's Passaic River has been found, but a 10-year-old girl is still unaccounted for. The children went into the water yesterday evening, that river moving swiftly due to recent storms. The local mayor says the boy's 11-year-old sister made it out safely. North of there, New York's capital region and Hudson Valley are battling extensive flooding. Governor Kathy Hochul saying there have been a number of rescues and evacuations in the area. An unexpected surprise on a Philadelphia highway. A loose tire came flying across the road and smashed into an SUV, sending debris everywhere. This dramatic moment was caught on a Tesla's rearview camera. The Tesla driver said he heard the crash but didn't know what happened until he watched the video. So far, there's no word on whether anyone was hurt. Your next DoorDash order could arrive by drone. The company has received FAA approval to launch its own drone delivery service. DoorDash is expected to start with limited deliveries over short distances. Longer routes would require additional federal approval, something Amazon has already received. And that's what you need to know. Back to you guys.
All right. Thank you so much, James. And you can catch What You Need to Know with 2 episodes dropping daily on Disney+.
All right, well, we turn now to a new way to find your perfect match, all with the help of a spreadsheet. It's a story that we first saw in the Wall Street Journal and part of a growing trend called love hacking. That's where singles are taking a much more analytical approach to dating, hoping that the data will help them avoid heartbreak and then also excel at a lasting connection. Take a look.
There is something so familiar about this. Do you ever have deja vu?
When it comes to modern dating, it can sometimes feel a lot like Groundhog Day. You know, the same conversations, the same first dates, the same disappointments.
Nash, you might want to stop shuffling your papers for 5 seconds.
But now, some singles are taking a page out of a beautiful mind, turning dating into a numbers game. Call them love hackers, people who track dates the way some track their budgets or fitness goals, scoring everything from shared values to chemistry. 22-year-old Vera Vlasova began inputting data about her dates, learning what worked for her and what didn't, while keeping sight of her goals.
I started journaling about it, which ultimately ended up becoming my dating system, but just kind of like refining and starting to see any patterns, like where would I find the most high quality matches? What kind of dates would I enjoy and why would I enjoy them? Are there any particular job occupations that tied all the people together?
Vera met her match with her boyfriend and they've been together for 3 years. But others like Darby Mulligan, taking it a step further, creating a dating wrapped deck modeled after the popular Spotify rap trend.
One of my bigger goals from last year was that I really wanted to date more people that I've met in person, so not on the apps. And I actually dated 45% of people from last year in person, which I was really proud of. And I found that with guys I met in person, I saw them more often than guys I met on the apps.
And while experts say dating is all about gathering data, there's a risk of analyzing your way out of a genuine connection.
I love spreadsheets. I love tracking data, but you have to be tracking the right things. You can't just track data for data's sake.
And our friend Bella also says to be careful not to over filter. For example, she says the data shows about 12 to 14% of men here in the U.S. are 6 feet tall or taller. So every requirement that you add can dramatically shrink your dating pool. No pun intended there, but it's a very interesting thing.
And I mean, you've shared that you
Dating
are
is
out there
interesting.
on the dating scene. Would you use a spreadsheet?
I feel like if I have to use a spreadsheet, then maybe it's not the right fit. Sometimes you just know.
You
know,
know
it organically, normally, without data.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, good luck, Morgan. Keep us posted.
I will keep you
girlfriend.
posted. I'll put it in the group chat. All right, still to come here on GMA3, one of the stars of Spider-Man, Brand New Day is here. So stay with us.
Welcome back. We're in the final countdown to Spider-Man, Brand New Day, swinging into theaters. And we've got one of the stars of the franchise, Jacob Batalon, is here with us to tell us all about the film. It is so wonderful to have you here.
Thank you so much for having me.
Great to have
you.
Welcome.
Thank you.
My goodness. So excited about this film. My boys have already got their tickets for tomorrow.
Amazing.
You auditioned for this role as Peter Parker's best friend a decade ago. Just tell us, when you got this role, did you realize at the time that your characters would have such an impact?
Not necessarily. I think I myself was just very lucky to have a job. But I think, again, like, it's been a really beautiful journey to see like how much impact Spider-Man has had and how much people have enjoyed our characters.
And they really have. I mean, you guys have been acting together, you, Zendaya and Tom Holland, for 10 years, like a third of your life.
Oh my gosh, say it again. That's crazy.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
Long time.
The numbers there.
Yeah.
How has that impacted the chemistry there on screen?
Yeah, I think our chemistry was pretty apparent from our first meeting together. I think a lot of why they had us all together was because we had such a great rapport from the beginning. And it's just only grown, obviously, and I mean, we've been through a lot of life together, and like doing all these things together and growing up together. It's just been really a really great journey.
Well, let's take a little bit of a look at that rapport in this clip.
Great.
Hey, I'm nearby. Hey, I'm nearby.
MJ?
Yeah. Hey, I'm nearby. Hey, I'm nearby.
You're not gonna believe this,
Hey, I'm nearby.
but the Spidey Tracker app says that Spider-Man is in the direct vicinity.
Oh yeah? No way, that's crazy.
Hey, I'm nearby.
It's so funny. Yeah, and you have to tell the story just how when you auditioned for Spider-Man, you didn't really know you were auditioning for Spider-Man.
No. I was just a general audition for an untitled Marvel project, and at the time I had no idea that it was going to be Spider-Man. I was not really a big comic guy in the beginning, so it wasn't until my cousin told me that it was Spider-Man. Like, he's the only superhero that's in high school, man. And I had no idea. I thought I was just gonna be some kid, like, in the background of some movie in a high school, maybe.
Wow, incredible. And the movie has a new director, Destin Daniel Cretton, a fellow Hawaiian and no stranger to MCU himself.
Yeah.
What was it like working with him?
I mean, he's really great. Destin is, just a really good leader in that he makes everyone comfortable, invites collaboration, and he just makes the set feel very, very relaxed when movie sets are constantly stressed and under pressure. Well, so he's just a really great person to be around.
Well, we actually got a chance to catch up with him, and I think he has a couple of questions for you.
For me?
Take a look.
Yeah, surprise!
Oh no!
I think Jacob is a natural storyteller, and I think that comes from growing up in Hawaii. I love the way that Jacob tells stories, and you see it in his acting, but you see it off camera too. And I guess I'd love to hear from him what he feels like influences him as a storyteller growing up in Hawaii.
All right, Jacob, so what's your answer?
Oh man, that's a tough question, Destin. Oh my goodness.
On the spot.
I would say, I think, like how everyone else grows up in Hawaii, people love to talk story. And so you try to get in every detail as much as you can, and you also like to make people laugh when you tell your stories because you don't want to be boring. So I think that's I just kind of grew up around this type of people. So I'd imagine it's the same for him, where everyone wanted to be funny. So
You mentioned growing up that you weren't a huge comic guy, but in the film, you play kind of like a techie. Have you kind of gotten up to speed on what's your actual tech game like? Are you into?
I just realized Control-Alt-Delete.
No way.
That's kind of where I'm at right now.
Oh boy.
So
quickly before we go, we know so much of this movie has been kept under wraps. Could you use 3 spoiler-free words to describe this film?
Oh yeah, I did this the other day. I'm gonna say goatee.
Goatee?
Goatee.
Okay.
That's gonna be really funny when people see it. When they understand what it means. Goatee. And then I'm gonna say, oh my gosh, goatee. I'm gonna say college. And then I'm gonna say
college.
And then I'm gonna say
Caught on to the college thing.
and then I'm gonna say loneliness.
Interesting. What a word.
Yeah.
Wait, now
it's not just action and stuff. It's all very serious things.
Yeah. And the character development of it all. I mean,
yes,
again,
exactly.
It's been so long.
A lot of growth takes place. Yeah.
So excited for the film.
Thank you so much.
Congrats on all of your success. Thanks for entertaining us for the last decade. We look forward to the film tomorrow. Thank you so much, Jacob.
Thank you so much for having me. Thank you, guys. Thank you.
Spider-Man, brand new day, hits theaters everywhere tomorrow. And up next, Broadway star Megan Hilty tells us about her dream come true, lending her voice to Mickey Mouse Clubhouse.
We're back now with Broadway star and actress Megan Hilty, known for her roles on Broadway in Wicked and Death Becomes Her. And now she's lending her voice to the beloved animated series, Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. Welcome.
Thank you.
So good to have you. So now you voice a character named Lasso Lucy in the upcoming special, Mickey's Country Farm. And you describe this experience as a dream come true. Why is that?
You know, and a lot of people throw that term around like real loosey-goosey, but there was something about it when I went to record. All of the other characters had already recorded their voices, so I heard Mickey and Minnie and Daisy, all my heroes in my ears. It really was. I've grown up with these characters, and my children have been raised on this show, so it was a really special moment to be a part of it.
Yeah. And your character, we understand, sings "Hoedown, Showdown," right? Which is a Miley Cyrus song from Hannah Montana.
Yeah.
The movie back in 2009. Right? Let's take a look at your version. Remember it from that movie, and
right?
You put your own
throwback.
spin on there.
Thank you. Yeah. I have to admit, I did not know that this song was so famous before, because Hannah Montana was a little bit after. I'm a little bit older than that demographic for that show. But once I found out, I was like, oh my gosh, me and Miley Cyrus are basically the same person.
Yeah. And we were talking about our kids watching the show. My boys grew up on Mickey Mouse Clubhouse. You have kids. What do they think of Mom being on in the part of the clubhouse? You're part of the crew now.
I know. Isn't that amazing? They are actually, it's the one part of my career that they're actually very, very excited about.
And you've done so much.
I've done a couple other things, but this is the area that they are really, really excited, because from a very early age, they would pick out my voice from the cartoons that I would do. And then we had them start to listen. I would say, who does that character sound like? Does that sound like anybody? So they're very, very well attuned to the fact that there are humans behind these animated characters, and now they want to do it too.
I was going to say, do they sing?
My daughter does, big time. Yeah, she's got the singing / musical theater bug, but they're both very, very much into possibly being voice actors pretty soon. So we'll see.
If your daughter, Viola, who loves to sing and act, landed a role on Broadway, what would your advice be to her?
To drink a lot of water and to sleep and to do your homework still. I mean, I'm hoping that it takes another couple years before she does anything professionally, and that she can still really enjoy her childhood and do like youth theater things and things at her school. But man, if she hopped into a Broadway show, drink water, sleep, and do your homework.
Yeah, she had a really good coach behind her as well.
What about you? Fans are asking, will you be headed back to Broadway anytime soon?
You know, it would take something very, very special for me to hop into that very, very intense schedule again.
Yeah.
It is so rewarding to be a part of a show on Broadway, but it is very grueling on your body, on your on everything, and it takes me away from my family for so it has to be really, really special to justify that. Yeah.
Well, thank you so much.
Thank
we look
you.
forward to this. And Mickey's Country Farm, a brand new Mickey Mouse Clubhouse special, premieres today on Disney Junior and streams tomorrow on Disney Plus. We'll be right back.
And before we go, the gripping new docuseries, Britain's most notorious crime investigations, goes behind the scenes of cases that made international headlines. It just dropped on Disney Plus and Hulu. Take a look at the trailer, and we'll see you tomorrow.
This was a brutal murder that got to the very heart of the British royal family.
Jane Andrews was incredibly close to the Duchess of York. She'd been her dresser, her personal assistant.
When it became clear that Jane Andrews had this connection to the royal family, it went stratospheric. Something dreadful has happened in there.
I don't trust her. She's going to turn around and kill someone one day.
Was it jealousy, money, sexual?
There's a lot more to the story than meets the eye.
How screwed up the House of York is that even their servants kill people.
Behind this glamorous social media life, there was something very, very dark.
Mahek Bakari was a glamorous TikTok influencer, and she says, watch what I'm going to do to you.
It's a scary place in the social media world.
It is one of the world's greatest mysteries. What happened to Ben Neely?
Someone on the island knows what happened to Ben.
The witness coming forward, this was the breakthrough.
We had no idea that it held dark secrets. It's like living my worst nightmare.
There is a murderer on the loose. Police were under huge pressure.
This is someone that's quite smart, quite calculating.
How can someone just vanish into thin air?
Very unusual for a young man in his early 20s to be having sex with a woman aged 81. He had this psychopathic arrogance about him.
This guy has killed before. This is a horror story.
A monumental discovery. Love, obsession, anger.
Explicit sexual fantasies.
It's a race against time. This is unbelievable.
That blew the case wide open.
I think I've just waved goodbye to a murderer.